This is a spoiler-free review. If you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine already, keep the spoilers out of the comments section. Anyhow, thank you for your patience. Here's my Deadpool and Wolverine review. Maximum effort. No spoilers. So Deadpool and Wolverine is the third Deadpool movie, also Deadpool's entrance into the MCU. And I gotta say, this is, well, exactly what the trailer promised. Kind of weird that that's a talking point, but you know how it is. Sometimes you get out of that movie and you're like, the trailer looked way different. No, this is Deadpool enters the MCU, teams up with Wolverine because they gotta stop the bad thing from happening. How's that for vague? Also cameos, references, a lot of fun like that. That's what the trailer promised, and that's what you get here. First of all, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, two actors who are amazingly cast as these comic book characters, Deadpool and Wolverine. They have a chemistry and synergy here that really works in that yin and yang kind of way. Wolverine, that angry, bitter, pained rage machine with claws that come out of his hands, and Deadpool, the merc with the mouth, who will definitely annoy Wolverine. Fights are gonna happen, cherry on top, they both heal when they take damage. Let the games begin. I don't mind saying the team up, the pairing of these two characters is downright perfect. I also like how they brought Wolverine in here. Again, no spoilers, don't worry. But you gotta admit, as we audience members are watching this, we're like, Hugh Jackman had a pretty good send-off with his character Wolverine in Logan. How are they gonna do this and not compromise that? But if there's one thing Deadpool is self-aware. They know the situation, they proceed with the situation that does feel very Deadpool. They're having fun with the character, but they don't just completely disregard the fact that they are still dealing with a comic book character with an immensely painful past. And it's those moments of heart that I do really appreciate. Deadpool movies have always shockingly had those. Just in the presentation and execution, you're like, all right, merc with the mouth, a lot of comic book movie fun, crude, crass humor, a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of violence. Let's do it. Hey, here's some unexpected heart sprinkle in there. That's gonna hit you, isn't it? And now you have Wolverine, a lot of pain to draw from. I just appreciate the fact that they know the characters they're dealing with, but also the audience that loves those characters. That shouldn't be as rare as it is in the entertainment world, but rare it has become. Now this does have references, cameos, couple of which, one in particular, I was like, okay, trailers, can you stop? I don't want to see everything. It's actually one of the smaller cameos I saw in a trailer, but still, I got that feeling of, but why'd you show me that? So I'm not gonna, usually I'd have footage playing as I'm talking about it, not going to have the footage from the trailer, just in case you were steering clear of the trailers for that very reason. Side note, while editing this, I'm editing it right now, I was looking at the trailers to get footage for this review. Wow, don't watch the final trailer. Come on, trailer? Really? You're gonna do that? That's kind of dick. There is a point where I don't want to say it feels exhausting. It just doesn't feel new because cameos for the sake of, hey, here's a cameo. Hope that carries the film. That's not new to the MCU at this point. So it kind of feels like cameo porn. On the other hand, it does feel like a love letter. I do like that. Whereas cameos in a Deadpool movie is also something that the character Deadpool can riff on. It's ammo at that point, so it serves an extra purpose. The action in the movie is a lot of fun too. The action's bloody, the hits are satisfying. There's a sense that they know what the audience wants to see in a movie with Deadpool and Wolverine, and they make it happen. There's actually one fight entirely inside a car. It's one of the best ones in the movie. I don't know why, I just really liked it. Now this is very much Deadpool in the MCU. What I mean by that is the Deadpool movies before, that kind of felt like underdog comic book movies. Comic book movies that weren't going to get made, but that test footage that was leaked after Comic-Con and the fan reaction that followed got it made. But you can tell they didn't have that fuck you MCU money, so that smaller budget and that messed up violent tone is what made it cooler. Kind of like comparing Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, you know, the underdog Sega Genesis being the cool college kid system. Might have aged myself with an entire demographic who just has no idea, but who knows? That's what I do on here. I just speak to what I know and what I remember. And now in Deadpool and Wolverine, everything is undeniably bigger. But better? One thing the MCU does really well is show that bigger isn't always better. Even though they're not necessarily trying to, they're trying to make bigger better. Like the stakes in this movie are undeniably bigger, but I felt the stakes in Deadpool 1 and 2 more. This movie does feel self-contained though. I mean, it being the MCU's TVA tying it all in, but it feels like it's contained in a bubble. I feel like that might frustrate some people. I didn't need Deadpool and Wolverine to be the next MCU film. I just wanted Deadpool 3. Turns out Deadpool 3 has Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, so it served its purpose for me. There were some juvenile ass jokes. There's a lot of dick and ass jokes in this movie. That's probably an ad-lib thing. It's like cursing. Not that I have anything against cursing innately. Welcome to my fucking channel. But you know how when people curse too much, you're like, are you just filling the time like other people say like and you're just filling it in with the word fuck? And it starts to feel lazy at that point. Some of the crude humor in this movie just starts to feel like that. Granted, the other Deadpool movies had that also. But it's been years since, and I guess I'm just kind of older now. Argument being, anything can feel overplayed if you just do it a lot. I feel like this movie does it a lot. Maybe it's another Deadpool self-aware thing where they're like, and this humor is for all the people watching in the movie theater who couldn't buy their own ticket and snuck in. Enjoy your summers, back to school in September. I don't know. Killer soundtrack too. I mean, the Deadpool movies have always had good soundtracks. This movie has a soundtrack that stands out, and they have fun with the music and the soundtrack. And Deadpool does give some self-deprecating humor to the MCU, which I definitely didn't think was gonna happen. I thought we were gonna feel Deadpool's hands tied, like someone was in his ear going, okay, the MCU, it's been a little bumpy lately, but you can't reference that. You can't make jokes about that. Not the case whatsoever. I appreciate that. All in all, I had fun with Deadpool and Wolverine. This movie is clearly built around one premise: the charisma and chemistry of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman coming through on screen as they play these characters. Is the MCU back? I don't know. I don't think one good day or one movie says you're back any more than one bad day or one bad movie says you're done. I see you reaching for that keyboard for those Joker comments about one bad day. I see you. But this movie was what I was hoping it was, which was absurdly entertaining. That is to say, a fun time, no alcohol required. Alright, so Deadpool and Wolverine, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And please, no spoilers in the comment section. Be nice. Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.